Yo guys, and welcome back to another stream. Today we are playing Journey, a surprise game that I actually want to play for a long time, but yeah, never really got around to doing so. It's a very short game, about 2 hours long or so, on average. That's released in 2012 for the PlayStation 3, I believe. It eventually got a PS4 port, and then in 2019 got also ported to PC, which is how I'm able to play it now. But yeah, it's basically like a third-person kind of like interactive experience. I don't actually know too much about the gameplay or how things actually do work. But I did see a playthrough before, like years back. So I'm definitely familiar with what the game is like roughly about. But yeah, it's gonna be like a very short kind of like playthrough, obviously, because it's a very short game. I'm quite looking forward to checking this out and see how the journey is like. It's apparently also completely wordless, so there's like no dialogue, no voice acting or anything. It's completely doing it via visual kind of like communication. So that's apparently one thing that makes this game stand out a little bit from others. Also, another interesting thing is the soundtrack is made by Austin Wintory, who also went on to work for Assassin's Creed Syndicate, making the soundtrack for that, and he also worked on a game by the same company behind this game, called Flow as well. Also, hey there, Sean. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. I hope you're doing well. Thank you also for following AQ Boys earlier. I appreciate it. But I did check the settings earlier already. I did up the details a little bit because it's a bit of an older game. So yeah, we're just gonna see if we can run these settings. If not, we're just gonna lower them. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. So yeah, I would say let's start this journey, shall we? And this game already is so beautiful. Like the visuals and also the soundtrack. There's one thing, hold on. I think I have to lower the gamma a little bit for the game here, because it's a bit too bright. Maybe also the brightness a little bit. I think that's better. So yeah, that's how we walk around. I have no real idea where to go, but I would assume up there, where we have flags. And how nice is that? That you're kind of like part of a title screen, right? Like you going up there. And I'm already loving this game, and you only played it for like a couple minutes, huh? But yeah, just like, for me it's always like, you know, if I can find like even just a few or one thing that I really enjoy, that's usually enough for me to really enjoy a game or a movie or show or whatever. And yeah, like the art style already and the way music and shit go together. Amazing. That's kinda cool. I love the sliding mechanic here. It's like can surf or something. Wonder what all of these stones mean, if they're kind of like grave stones or something. People who've died. Interesting, so I can... Interesting. So I guess that's your way of communication, maybe? Depending how long you press this button, you make like different kind of like chime sounds. Nice, we can like fly now. Only for a limited time though. And only if these things are nearby apparently. Okay, so where do we go next? Gotta go towards the mountain, right? Like that's our goal apparently. So just go to the ruin there. What that's at. know if it's light symbol over this. Question is, can I jump over there? Very nice. It's very cool. Very cool. So more we get, the higher we can fly. That's cool. Right then. Guess we're going further towards the mountain here. Something shiny down there, so I guess it would be like a really big boost. Maybe enough to get up here. En lava fluid with whole movement feedstack. Ah, right, so I can kind of like do the chime thing. Get one booster, maybe then I can use another one afterwards. But that ain't quite enough to get up there. Interesting. Okay, I see. I love how intuitive all of the problem-solving feels in this game. Something anybody could play, you know. Oh, now the question is, how do I get further here? Let's try going back up here again. Maybe we can make the jump after all. Because taking down the clothing over there didn't kind of like create a bridge or anything like that. That ain't quite enough. There's more over here, so maybe I have to go there. There we go. see. Makes traverse a bit easier. Somehow I have to make this shampoo. Unless we can create another bridge over there. Booga Booga. Hey Venik, welcome in, dude. We're doing well. Hey Vespector. Music distorted by Twitch's curse. Sounds like a creepypasta. Oh damn, sorry to hear. Yeah, it can be weird sometimes with Twitch. When the music is like glitching out. Or like the general sound, I guess. I think it can sometimes happen due to also like the stream having like a fluctuating bitrate, or sometimes also like your own connection can also cause it, I think. It happened a few times also on other streams, but other people didn't have it at the same time. So I guess it just can happen. Usually like reloading the stream helps when it's happening to me. Man, this game is so damn beautiful. It's like 2012, right? Nick, you play this game on PS4 for free during Play at Home initiative when COVID started. Such a relaxing, chill game, one of the best indies you played, and it's made by Santa Monica. Yeah, dude, it's really good. I had my eye on this game for a long time. Like, I watched like a playthrough on YouTube, I think, like shortly after it released or something. It must have been like 2014 or something. So 2 years after it released. And just watching it, you know, I was like, okay, I have to play this eventually. But at this point, it was only released for PS3. So I even considered getting a PS3 only for this game, so I could play it. But yeah, I don't know. I had this or kind of like ported version on PC for a while now, but for some reason I never really bothered checking it out. But I figured now would be a good time, because I want to play a few shorter games in between having finished my Witcher 3 playthrough and starting my Red Dead series playthrough. So yeah, this was like a perfect fit to play right now, and so far it's absolutely amazing. I love the soundtrack so much by Austin Wintory. He also made the soundtrack for AC Syndicate, actually. And yeah, the art style is beautiful. Feels so good, also with the flow of like movement so far. Everything feels very intuitive, you know. Also the fact that they do the whole story without having any dialogue or written word. It's like auto pause was. It's kinda cool we actually sit down to chill a little bit. We don't move. Where's the sound coming from? Cool. This thing gives us also some flying energy, I guess I call it. Cool, I can actually fly on it. That's awesome. Man, the clothing physics looks so damn good. Like this also being from 2012 was actually insane. I'm sure it's all like within this art style, right? But some of the clothing physics look really, really good. What's time as well. do I have to do here? Kind of like wanting to lead me somewhere else, apparently. How you been? Didn't have time to drop by in like last few months probably, but also you got a bit tired of watching AC games. That's completely fair. Like I don't blame you at all. You know, especially considering how many playthroughs are already done, and you watched me do. So, yeah, no worries at all. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Definitely doing well. Obviously, there's a lot of things right now happening that are kind of like, you know, difficult. But I'm doing definitely alright. Nice, we got this thing here. Yeah, I dropped out so I could, you know, do like full time streaming. Yeah, no, I didn't. Oh, cool. So that's how we get up here. So they can't touch us here. Morrow is currently not streaming. He hasn't been for a long time, and yeah, I think he's probably not gonna come back anytime soon. But who knows? You know, it might happen whenever he feels like streaming again, I guess. I think it's not something he that's like 100% decided if he's you know, doing it permanently or not. Oh yeah. That's fun. Love a sliding part here. I would play a game which is based on like the sliding and jumping part. It was just really fun. You can definitely relate to that. You have people ask you when you're gonna stream again and you simply can't force yourself. Not everyone is motivated enough to do it actively. Yeah, exactly. And doesn't mean, you know, that there doesn't come a time where you think like, if you have enough time or, you know, enough motivation to do, you know, streams again. I don't think it's something you have to decide permanently either, you know, like if you need a break, I would say, you know, go ahead and take it. For however long, you know, that might be. I think you're streaming some PS4 without commentary, but that would be stupid. Not necessarily, you know, there's actually a few streamers who play like that, who don't have commentary, but they either write in chat or, you know, not chat at all. Obviously writing in chat might be a better approach, if you want to have some form of communication going. But, yeah, there's like a few I know that do it like that and have like decent amount of viewers. You know, some people enjoy also not having a too active commentary. Like me, for example, I definitely enjoy streams that don't have commentary sometimes. I'd rather focus, for example, on, you know, gameplay, making that be the best it can be. Because the thing is, being a streamer, you know, for example, right now I'm kind of like taking a break to talk about it. But it's not the best for like gameplay flow at all times. So I feel like if you want to favor the games or showcasing the games, then doing no commentary is actually a good way of doing it. That's how I actually started out streaming myself, right? I didn't do any commentary, I just played the games. But I kind of like wanted to go out of my comfort zone and force myself to speak more English. So yeah, I feel like you can definitely do that, you know, if you feel like not doing any commentary. You envy me how I managed to actively stream AC runs and not getting burnout. You know, my channel is built around AC games, the community, but damn, just never give up. Kudos to you. Yeah, it's just really something, you know, that I love so deeply that I just never get tired of it, really. And as soon as I end one kind of like AC run, I feel like immediately like playing AC1 again, you know. Just, yeah, I don't get tired of it. It doesn't go for all the AC games though. Like I certainly get tired of a few like Rogue or Odyssey. They don't really have, you know, an engaging storyline as much as the others. But yeah, when it comes to like especially the more mature AC games, you know, it's just like, yeah, I love it. Nice. And this movement is so damn satisfying. But I have to say also, one aspect of me still enjoying AC so much is also like the sharing aspect of streaming. You know, if I would just do gaming on my own, not streaming anything, I probably wouldn't play the AC games and all of them every year, to be honest. I didn't do that before either, like before I started streaming. I usually only revisited either the newest AC game or the ones I enjoy the most. But yeah, it wasn't before I started streaming that I did like whole series playthroughs like that. It's definitely also tied to me, you know, sharing that with others. Hey Vera, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. And yeah, we're playing Journey. It's a game from 2012, originally released for the PS3. It's a very short, like about 1 to 2 hour game. It is kind of like an interactive experience, I guess. It's completely working without any dialogue or writing whatsoever. And yeah, it kind of like uses visual storytelling instead. It's a bit tricky to describe, but I guess just by watching you can tell quite quickly what it tries to achieve. But yeah, it's really beautiful so far. Beautiful art style. The soundtrack is amazing, actually done by Austin Wintory. He's also done the soundtrack for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So I definitely love hearing his music again. And yeah, it's kind of like very basic in gameplay, but super satisfying. But yeah, very short game. Like, we're definitely gonna finish it today and then also make a start on another game afterwards, most likely. And Nicky barely managed to finish Origins campaign in some 40 hours and got burned out and never touched it again. But you're getting grumpy? I mean, that's fair. I don't know, Origins is one game that definitely doesn't burn me out, despite the gameplay definitely being repetitive at times. You know, like some locations and the objectives you have are like looting and stuff. But to me, the gameplay is still like super satisfying. Like, I love finding different kind of like gear and getting like new stuff unlocked, and using kind of like different kind of like weapons. against different kind of enemies and stuff. So I don't really get tired of Origins, and also really love riding that game and bike story. I can definitely understand that you would also get burned out of the game if you maybe, you know, feel like it's too repetitive, because I definitely would agree that it is at times, gameplay wise. This game looks gorgeous. It really does. It actually does give me some Origins vibes sometimes when you go through the deserts. Definitely interesting, the story that they try to tell. I haven't really fully figured that out yet, but I have a feeling that these are kind of like gravestones or something, telling the story of our lives or something. I'm not sure, but I reckon the more we learn about this, the more clues we're gonna get as to what's happening. For those who haven't even played Odyssey or Valhalla, you'll have a look of the game, ambient in the environment, but you feel like it's a chore to play, and yes, it gets repetitive, which is how Ubisoft games are, in your opinion. So something like this title game is more fun to you nowadays. Definitely understandable, dude. And yeah, both Odyssey and Valhalla are daunting. Like, if you think Origins is repetitive and long, Odyssey and Valhalla feel like double as long. Maybe Odyssey 1.5 is long, and Valhalla double as long, but yeah, like they're huge. And Odyssey especially has even more repetition than Origins. Like, the side activities aren't quite as varied as in Origins, so it feels even longer and more repetitive. Valhalla, I would recommend though. Like, even though it's a really long game, but given that you're a fan of the lore of AC, you know, Valhalla is excellent in that regard. Like, honestly. And it's because they have W. McDevitt working on it. He is the guy who also did writing for Bloodlines, Revelations, and Black Flag, as well as assisting on the concepts of Origins. And he has done such a great story, especially when it comes to the Isu stuff. There's some really cool things in there. So I think it would be worth for you checking out if you're really interested in the storyline. But yeah, it's a long game, so that's the deal. But I think for anybody who's really engaging the overall lore of AC, Valhalla is definitely worth checking out, despite being the longest game. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you know, Odyssey already felt super long, and Valhalla like easily, you know, surpasses that by like 100 hours or something. It is like doing completionist for both games, I guess. Some of the side quests weren't marked, so you just had to guess if you were in one or not. Yeah, that's the thing, like, whenever you start world events in Valhalla, you kind of immediately should go after it. Because coming back is not immediately clear what you have to do. So whenever I find one, I usually try to do it, like, immediately. Okay, I think I have to get further up here, right? You have to immerse yourself enough and try to stop yourself from doing side quests, with content, etc., and focus on main story only, because otherwise you will never get to anywhere. Yeah, those kind of games, it definitely doesn't hurt, you know, just focus on main story, and Valhalla definitely allows you to. But the main story is still quite long. Between 40 to 50 hours just focusing on that alone. But you can do it, and there's like no real grind you have to do either. Like Origins and Odyssey definitely had to do more side quests to kind of like level yourself up enough to continue playing. In Valhalla, you're like very fast over leveled of a main quest. So you don't really have much problem, you know, kind of like keeping up or something. Why can't I get... Okay, is that how I get up? Okay, it works. You remember the first time you went to Asgard, you didn't realize it was above your level, and that you couldn't just leave it, and you got trapped there, dying from frost giant attacks for so long. Damn, that really sucks. Yeah, I heard about the bug that didn't allow you to go back. Fortunately, I didn't have it when I played Valhalla, but I heard about others having that. So that's really frustrating. You know, if that happens. Happened to you in Skyrim 10 years ago, only managed to finish main storyline after some... Holy shit, so many hours. Jesus Christ. That's one of the reasons why I'm not really interested in playing Skyrim right now. Because of like how much time you can spend into the side content, it seems. Because the main story is like super short, right? But I don't know. Interested in playing other stuff right now. Holy shit. What the fuck? No, I killed somebody. Okay, that actually took me by surprise. That scared me. Or surprised me, rather. But, yeah, I didn't expect that. It was like so peaceful all of a sudden. Oh. Dangerous fellas here. Jesus Christ. We're just so immersed into the world, not exploring everything, getting best gear, becoming OP, started playing around with mods and figuring out mod manager and scripts. Before Unity entirely forgot about main story. That's fair, yeah. I mean, isn't Skyrim like one of our most modded games? Anyways. There's like so much you can do, right? That was... Jesus Christ. What the fuck? What's happening? That's actually scary. Hey there, Demise. Welcome in, dude. Hope you're doing well. Indeed, playing this gem of a game for the first time. Really enjoying it so far. Yeah, that's fair, Nick. It's definitely nice when games allow you to do side stuff however you like, without restricting you to main story or something like that. You're good. Heard good things about this and watched some playthroughs once. How's you? I'm doing really well. Definitely enjoying this game a lot. It's really beautiful so far. The soundtrack also. And yeah, it's definitely a journey, to say the least. But yeah, I was same as you, like I hadn't played before, but I watched a playthrough years ago. Oh fuck. No. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Was close a sec. exactly, Aura. It's like, no thank you. Kindly. It's a similar vibe to a mobile game Monument, especially in music. I haven't heard about that game yet. Yeah, I wonder if it's maybe inspired by Journey even. Hey Vimola, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I hope you're having a good morning so far, dude. Welcome to this journey we're taking together. Well, good morning. Having a great morning. Got all of your work out to the organization. We're working on helping you so as teammates. Oh, very nice, Mola. That's great. That you're doing some good progress. And yeah, that's good, I guess, that you can, you know, help your teammates, I guess. But yeah, I'm glad you're having a good morning so far, dude. That's good to hear. Played both of those Monument Valley games. They're fantastic. They're so good, very relaxing and so pretty. You have so many wallpapers from screenshots of that game. I can imagine, yeah. Would feel the same way with this game, you know, like so many moments where you can just stop and take in the environment and the atmosphere. So many screenshot-worthy places as well, like this one for instance. But yeah, also like out in the deserts and stuff, it's just stunning. You don't mind helping your teammates, but wish they were faster. That's definitely fair, Mona. Because then everybody could chill for a little bit, right? shoot. Is this a friend? It is, right. To say, if it's like one of these monsters, then I'm screwed. This music is just so damn beautiful. Unfortunately, it's scuffed on Twitch. Is it for you as well? Because Spectre said that earlier too. Is the music weird for anybody else? Or Twitch sound? I hope not. Well, is the sound kind of like sounding distorted? Like the game? Sounds fine to you, but you don't know what it's supposed to sound like. I gotcha. Yeah, I guess you could tell if it sounds weird, I guess. Should be pretty obvious once it's happening. So constantly, but every 10 minutes or so the sound slows down, it becomes really creepy. I gotcha. Huh. Maybe Twitch is having issues today or something. Cheers, Aura. Thank you for your feedback. Maybe Elon should buy Twitch too. Yeah. Twitch wants to become even worse when Elon goes ahead and buys it. Ooh, it's getting snowy. Guess we're getting closer to the mountain. Apparently he's already gone against his buying contract by publicly harassing Twitter employees. Really? I didn't read about that yet. But yeah. I think it's definitely funny that people believe that, you know, him spending billions on Twitter is because he wants to achieve a betterment of humanity or something like that. Oh, I'm getting like really... taking too much frost damage, I think, or something. Boy. Definitely gotta take shelter behind these things here. Let's wait for a storm to pass here. Next wave. Damn, lost my energy. Sucks. Can't activate these, it seems. It's a shame. Hey there, friend. Let's fly. Damn it. Another monster. Alright, I assume we have to go over here. Might even be able to unlock this bridge as well. Okay, this is really cold right now. Not sure how long I can endure in this weather. Yeah, this game is basically heartless. Fuck. That's fuck. Thought he couldn't see me anymore. Jesus Christ. Well, thank God we don't die. Imagine that would happen. No idea where we're going right now. But I guess we have to go up here. And hey Virot, welcome in Zenny. Thank you very much for raiding, dude, and welcome in Raiders. I hope you had a great rest of the stream today with the Witcher 3 Blood and Wine expansion. We're currently playing some Journey. Game I haven't played before yet, but it's really interesting, very, very beautiful. It's actually a game from 2012 that originally released for PS3, but since then got ported to both PS4 and PC. And yeah, it's a very short game, about 2 hours or so. Completely about visual storytelling, so there's like no dialogue, no written word either. And yeah, it's very like basic and intuitive, I guess, so it's very much about having like an immersive experience, I guess. But yeah, it's really cool so far. And another really interesting thing about this game is it's composed by Austin Wintory, who also made the soundtrack for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Yeah, I can definitely tell it at times, especially with his use of string instrument. That's the voice rod. It went great up to the quest called Blood Simple. It's a new kind of game too, you hadn't heard of it before now, and had to look at some info. Glad I'm enjoying it. His work is really good, it really is, dude, yeah, he's a great composer. And yeah, it's just absolutely stunningly beautiful, especially for a 2012 game. Like some of the clothing physics and the environments and stuff, and some of the details are just gorgeous. But yeah, let's go progress with Blood and Wine. Get you a good time. Trying to get through this raised desert, I guess you could say. Not as easy as you would think. Especially with these guys stalking around this area. You have to make some decisions for next week's stream, because there's 2 paths you can take with the main quest. Taking one will cancel the other. At the end of Blood Simple, you have a final chance to choose with which one you want to pursue. You might end up creating a separate save to see the other outcomes, just depends after you do some research into it. Yeah, I think you're talking about Eva going after... I mean, I don't want to spoil you in case you haven't looked too deeply into it yet. But if it is the same thing that I'm talking or thinking about, then I think there's actually a way to do both. I mean, only one thing ultimately, but I think there's like a chance, for example, I can meet like a very old higher vampire, right? If that's the one that you're thinking about. And apparently there's a way to do both, I think. To start one and then to still go and meet the higher vampire regardless, I think. So, yeah, I haven't done it myself, but I think I've done it my last time playing. So maybe that's a way of making sure that you can do both at the same time. But, yeah, I would also have to do more research on that. You can see both. Yeah, that's what I also remember you saying as well, Aura. That's a possibility. Interesting camera angle here. Yeah, that's the one. You went with Regis until the point where they discover the whereabouts of Sienna, then went to see Oriana to get to the Blood Simple quest, but if you can actually get both, you would do that. We'll just look into it. Yeah, I think you probably have to do a bit of research how to approach that, but I think it's a possibility. So, yeah, would be cool to see that, I think, in your playthrough. So you don't miss out on any kind of like potential story stuff. Some strong wind here. Not good. In any case, you can always do a separate save method. It's going to feel weird when you finish the whole playthrough. Yeah, dude, like such a long time you spent on it as well. Also felt weird to me, you know, like I spent so many hours in Witcher 3. And I mean, you also done the addition of fuck. Oh. Fell down. Jesus Christ. Is there a way to get up here? Get me up here. It's been quite the adventure, starting with first. Yeah, I mean, the whole progression as well, you know, like gameplay wise. Just insane how much better it's gotten. No idea where to go. You should give this game a play too at some point. You wonder what they have done since this game. Yeah, it's really, really great. I think you might enjoy it as well, Rod. I'm not sure what they've done since this game, but they've done Flow before, which is like another shorter game released for the PlayStation, I think. But yeah, not sure what they've done since then. Apparently 19 they did another game called Sky Children of Light, but nothing since. Okay. Interesting. That surprises me considering how much critical acclaim this game has gotten. Maybe I want to take the time with the games they're working on. But I'm like almost freezing to death here. I need some help, please. Okay, am I doing the right thing here? Do I have to go this way? Or we're going like ever store? Oh shit. Are we dead? What has happened? How? Yeah. Absolute shits right now. How does dying work in this game? I'm not sure actually, because I haven't really died, except for this part which was scripted apparently. Not even sure if you can die, because whenever I got attacked by these monsters, they just set me in a direction. I didn't really die from that apparently. So I would think dying doesn't happen. Yeah, that's true, Rod. There might be more about quality than quantity. Very short. Take your time. And this game is so show-inducing, honestly. If jump one, it kind of reminds you of ICO. What's ICO, Jump? Welcome in, and thank you for joining as well. that is the game. And I have chills right now on my entire body. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. Such a simple game, you know, such a simple kind of like game concept, but so powerful. I see you in Shadow of the Colossus. Journey kinda has a similar style. I gotcha. I've seen Shadow of the Colossus being played before. I never played it myself though. But yeah, it did look really good and definitely similar. I can see the comparison. Music composed by Austin Wintory. Amazing. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, definitely does, you know, hit kind of like the emotional side. The music and the art style certainly adds to it. So I feel like the story is supposed to be quite open, right? Because it's not really directly worded, obviously. But to me, kind of seems like the story that we have been seeing is kind of like the story of the souls, you know, that have died, maybe, who have lived there before. It seems like, you know, our journey becomes a similar story that is getting, or being told, I guess. It seems like we also at the end die, right? Like when we are in the you know, ice desert, it seems like we die, and then we kind of like ascend to heaven or something. Kind of seems to me like something like that. It would be nice if developers would go back to this to these kind of games. Yeah, definitely needs more of kind of like arty games, I think, you know, that don't try to emulate what other games are doing already, but just tries to do its own kind of like story style of game. There's definitely still a few out there, but yeah. Also, thank you for a follow. I appreciate it. And this is really cool. This is what I know about before already. But these are the companions, I guess, you met along the way. Jeff Haha 2. Never player. Because some of the, I guess, scars that we could interact with are like actual players apparently. And yeah, we had like one player we met along the way, it seems. Honestly, thought it would be more. But I guess also depends on, I guess, how active the game is at the time that you play it. But yeah, that's really cool. I love also how it transitions back to the main menu, you know, really like about replaying the game as well, I guess. But yeah, this was lovely. I really enjoyed this. Check out ICO. So what does ICO stand for, Jim? I haven't heard of it before, I don't think. Or is it just like ICO or ECO or something? But yeah, with that finished, we can go ahead and put that on the completed side of our game streaming list. So let me go ahead and do that. Kinda nice to play a game that's this short as well, you know. Not every game has to be like over 150 hours like The Witcher 3. Sometimes games are also nice just, you know, being like very short. Alright, let's add this to the completed list here. Journey. Alright, so yeah, we still obviously have time to stream some more today. One game I was actually thinking about starting recently was A Plague Tale: Innocence. However, when I tried to run it last night to kind of like do a test stream, I had like really bad performance in OBS for some reason. Like, I changed tons of settings, it didn't really impact my OBS at all, it just was tanking. So I have to spend more time optimizing the game and making some more research on performance guides. To really make it run properly. So I'm gonna postpone my planned A Plague Tale: Innocence stream until it runs properly. I didn't have any performance issues within the game, but OBS was just horrible. While A Plague Tale is tough to stream, everyone has issues with it, it seems. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it might be the engine or something. Or it's just not good optimized because it's still not a AAA game, I guess. But yeah, I had really struggled with it. Maybe I should rather play it on PlayStation or something. But yeah, I'm just gonna look into which settings is causing that, and then we can hopefully play that soon. But yeah, we're gonna start another game instead though, and that is a racing game. That's one of my absolute favorite arcade racing games called Blur. I've actually redeemed that for Ketchup and Demise to also play recently. But essentially you can imagine Blur being like a mix of like Mario Kart mixed with like actual cars, like realistic cars. And yeah, it's from like 2010 or something, so definitely a bit older at this point, but yeah, it looks still great. And it's also a great game to play, really fun. So yeah, we're gonna have some arcade racing fun, which I'm definitely looking forward to showcase. It's also a pretty short game, we can finish it in under 10 hours, so 2 to 3 streams I think should do it with Blur. But I'm gonna attempt it for the first time to play it on hard difficulty, so it's gonna be a bit more of a challenging playthrough, I think, since I've played it a couple of times before. I streamed it once, like over 2 years ago, I think. So yeah, I definitely want to replay it and, you know, kind of like showcase it once again as well. But what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna take a break now to also set everything up for the game, and then about 10 minutes or so we're gonna jump into Blur and yeah, do some arcade racing. So I will see you guys in just a few with more of that.